When the opportunity, the hangover came up, he really worried about, he said, I don't know if I should do this.
That's the guy from the trunk.
In fact, the call to take on what would be a watershed career moment came right in the middle of Tran's grueling chemotherapy treatments.
Right in the middle.
And what was meant to be the comedic antics of a Korean gangster suddenly also became therapy.
The anger of Mr. Chow, which was so funny, it really came from such a dark place you were going through.
I would ad-lib actually, I'm Korean, I was speaking Vietnamese, and there's Vietnamese in the movie, and like I'd say, got chick, and like all these things to get my henchmen to get out. Got chick! That's Vietnamese for chicken die. So there's these tiny things, there's these inside jokes just between me and Tran.
It would just make me laugh.
I would sprinkle that all throughout the movie just for me without telling Todd or anybody. Oh, wow. And I would just literally just do little Vietnamese phrases to make Tran laugh. It's like the weirdest love letter to your wife in a very filthy movie.
Yes.
Funny.
Just a quick hero's journey thing. That is something to be ready for. What the hero's journey really seems to be is you just run out of energy. You run out of your savers. Like, it's going to be your hardest challenges at your worst time. Let me just kind of unpack this a little bit. Remember how Jordan Peterson talks about the lobsters? You got the lobsters like on a dominating state, then a lobster's on a losing state, and how your brain just kind of gets to these chemical fuck-offs. So the more you win, the more your body's rewarded with all this dopamine, all this serotonin, all this kind of stuff. And the more you lose, the more you get in this depressed kind of state. It goes down your amygdala, hippocampus, right? Notice how I'm just blurring all the details here. But you know what I'm saying? And so, like, we all want to be unconscious. The goal in the end is still to go back unconscious. Gary Vee is more unconscious than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, Tony Robbins is more unconscious than you. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, think about this. Tony Robbins is highly unconscious. Why? Because he's gotten himself through all this consciousness in life, and he's just on the winner effect. You know, look it up. He's on the winner effect. He's got the dopamine. He's kicking ass. He's always winning. He's the lobster. He's the top lobster. All the successful people you look up to, they're older. They're all in this loop of a top lobster syndrome. All those chemicals are going. So you can go back unconscious. So let me define what am I saying by unconscious or conscious? So you have like a kid that's in an extreme unconscious state. It's just, savers only. And then you go through this middle time in life, the hero's journey, where you start to get really fucked over and you start to realize, like, okay, I need to go up, but my body is going down. And I need to go this way, but I only have my savers and they're not working. And so, like, what the hero's journey is about, it's about this kind of like separation of like coming outside of your body of like, look, you don't get to run off your unconscious programs anymore. You got to do that when you were younger. You could be savers only and be a happy idiot or a depressed idiot or what, it didn't matter. You're just along for the ride. Now, once you get older, you can go back unconscious again. Just be a winner, get looped up and be a winner. You can't even stop. Once you're a winner, you can't stop. There's no choice there. There's no conscious choice. Tony Robbins has no choice. He cannot choose to get up tomorrow and be sad and depressed. He can't. Gary Vee, they can't. So they're unconscious, in this context. You know what I'm saying? So the hero's journey is like you're in some kind of a fuck-off situation where everybody wants to have free will. Here you go. It's called choice. It's called discipline. It's called consciously doing it even though you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the lobster, the weak lobster, the sad lobster, his chemicals, his body's all fucked up, he's all depressed, he's all introverted, he's just crashing. And then something inside his head going, no, or him inside of his head saying, I still want to do this. I'm still going to choose to do this, even though my body is not along for the ride yet. And so Ken had one of those situations there where he's going into like what turned out to be the biggest jump in his career that got him up here where now he's just unconsciously in the winner effect. But he had to choose that. He had to push through it. So he had to make the jump while his wife is going through cancer. So you don't get your superpowers, Superman. You got to do this one as Clark Kent. It's literally those kind of scenes in the movie. What, to take your powers away, can you do it through just force of will? And that's why all the successful people talk about you have to have a goal, you have to have reasons, you have to have family, you have to have something that you're pushing yourself through the fire because you don't get to just use your damn programs for now. Now, eventually when you win, you get to go back unconscious, but a new unconscious. Now you're just addicted to all the winning programs and addicted to also using your demons. You're addicted to, you know what I'm saying? Just like the Matrix. You're addicted either way. You're enslaved either way. You're enslaved to the default way or you're enslaved to the winner effect way.